Hello everyone, my name is Sagar and I hope you are doing well. Now in this video we'll see how we can do validation of our data contract in our UI builder class. In our last videos we have seen how we can put this validation in our data contract and controller class, but now in this video we'll see how we can achieve the same functionality using UI builder class. Now just to give you a background, UI builder, it is basically used to enhance the capabilities of our data contract, or if you need certain kind of more logic or dialogue related things, so then you can use this UI builder class. So first thing what I will do, I will remove my logic from here, or maybe I will simply comment it. Let me comment this. Yes, okay, so this is now commented. So now what I will do, I will create a new class. So that class will be UI builder class. So I will say new item. I will say SC UI builder. UI builder. And I will keep 2 and I will click OK. And I will wait for this class to get loaded here. Alright, so I don't need this as a job, and what I can do, I can remove this here. Alright, and I can make it as public. Now first thing is that in UI builder class we need to extend it, so you can simply write extend SysOperation automatic UI builder. So you need to extend this class if you want to use this UI builder. And now the second thing is you will need to link your contract class with your UI builder class. Now how can you do that? For that, simply open your contract class. My contract class is this, and here what you can do, you can specify that my UI builder class will be this. So what you can do, you can simply write SysOperation contract processing. Here you need to specify your UI builder class name. So my UI builder class name is, I will say class str. So it is nothing, the class that we just created, that is SC UI builder 2. So I'm going to close it. Now our UI builder class and our contract class, they both are linked now. Alright, so now what I will do, I would have several methods, but in this video what I will do, will put the same validation. So for that, what I will do, I will need 2 dialog field. So here I can say dialog field, and I can say dialog field. I can say this as toDate, and similarly I can create one more here, that is dialog field, and this would be my from date. Alright, now I've declared 2 dialog fields. Now to use these dialog field, I will need to use my post build method. So I can say public void post build, and I will simply open and will close my method. Important thing is here I will do a super call first, and now in my data contract already the values are available, right? So if you see currently, let me open my data contract. Here we go. So we have already defaulted some values. Now we want to capture that values. Now to capture these values, I am going to use this dialog field, and now inside this dialog field I can get the value from my data contract. So what I can do, I can simply write this dot bind info dot, I can use this get dialog field method here, and here if you see I need my data contract object. Now I can easily get my data contract using this dot data contract object, because if you see just a minute ago we have linked our data contract with our UI builder. and then here I need to specify which field I need. So I can get my field using my param method. So here I can say this dot. Here I can specify my contract class name, that is SC contract2, and here I can get my from date. So this is to date here, so I will specify to date here, and I can simply close this now. So now the value will be available inside this particular dialog field. Yeah, but I will need a date as well, right? So here what I'm going to use, I can say from date. I will specify this as from date. Similarly, I will use to date EDT, and here I can say to date. Now from this dialog field, I will assign my value to my this variable. So I can say to date equals to dialog field to date dot value. So this value get copied to my actual EDT. Similarly, I have now to date available. Now similarly, I will get my from date as well. So I can say DLF dialog field to date equals to this dot bind info. I can use this get dialog field method. Here I have to specify my data contract object. So I can use this function then to specify my method name. So my method name is, first of all, I will need to write my class name, then my method name. My method name is param from date. One second. Here I need to use from date now, DLF. Let me copy this manually, and I'm going to paste it here. Copy, and I will paste this. So from param, okay, this looks fine now. I will close, and similarly I will assign this value to my this dialog field from date dot value. Now we have values available here. Now after post build, what I can do, I can use register override method here. What I will do, okay, so now I want to show you this use as well, post run as well. So I can say post run here, and I will do a super call. So here what I will do, as I'm interested in my from date that it cannot be greater than today, so I can write here DLF from date dot, there's a function called register override method where I want to overwrite my validate method of this field. Again, I will rewrite it, validate field of this method. So here I can specify my method name. So then here I will need control. So this is the date control, right? We have the date here. So I can say from date control. Alright, and I can use this validate function, and then I need to now tell another method. So basically what I will need to do, let me put a comma first here, else I will get trouble. So here let me do this. I can say public void validate date, something like this. I can say here form date control, form date control. Here I can say date control. Now here I can put my validation, and so what I can do, I can say if my date control, let me copy this. I'm going to copy, paste it here. We do Control Z again. I will do copy manually. Paste dot date value this would be greater than today's date, then I want to then I want to give error message here. So let me correct it here. It will be a boolean because I will need to return the data type, the true and false. So here I can say I will need to define a variable. Here I will say is valid, and here I will return is valid, and here inside my is valid I will use my check failed function. I can say from date cannot be greater today date. Here I will say this is a UI builder validation. UI builder validation. Alright, so let me correct this is valid. Alright, so now if you see this from date, what we are doing, we are simply doing a register override method. Instead of using the normal one, we are seeing that instead of simply use this method. And here now we will specify our second method, that is method str. I need to tell the reference of this method. So this method belongs to my this class, that is sc UI builder 2. If we'll put comma here, you should get this validate date. So I'm going to copy it manually and I will paste it here, and I will close, and at the end we simply need to pass the reference. Alright, so this looks good. I'm going to save it. And now one thing here, we really haven't used all this. So basically I'm only using the from date, so this is really not required here, and even I'm not storing value here as well, and I even don't need this as well. Here also only I'm putting validation only in my from date, so I will save it. From date, let me check from date, and if this from date will be greater than today's date, then it should get an error. Okay, alright, so let me do a build, but before build let me make sure this already commented, so we should be good. So I'm going to do a build now. So guys, the build is completed, and now when I will try to change my from date, let me go to December and put any. So if you see here, as soon as I am entering this from date like greater than this one, like today's date, so it is giving me the error message. So let me reiterate what we did. So in this video we have started learning about this UI builder. So in a nutshell, you can say that UI builder is used to enhance the dialog, properties, validation, and there are many more use cases that we'll see in nearby future videos. So first of all, what we did, using our post build method, we get the value inside our dialog field for our from date. Okay, then inside our post build method, we called this from date control validate method, and we simply override this method with our own custom method, and here we simply pass our reference. And then inside our this register override method, that is this one, we simply put our validation. We simply check if the from date will be greater than 2 days, then we should get this error message. Thanks for watching this video.